Good morning, children. In the earlier class, I had explained about the latitudes under the topic factors that affect the climate of a place. Now, today we are going to study about altitude. Okay, altitude. Now, what is an altitude? An altitude is the height of a place above the sea level. So as we go higher, how do you feel? We feel cooler, isn't it? As you go higher up, the cooler we feel. The atmosphere, it contains water vapor. The air or the atmosphere contains water vapor and gases are found closer to the Earth's surface. Okay, and they absorb more heat in the lesser altitude. So in the higher altitude, the temperature drops. In the lesser altitude, we feel warm, we feel more hot. Understood? But in the higher altitude, we feel what? We feel cool, or the temperature drops. Now, you must have noticed that most of the people would like to come to hills in summer, isn't it? They would like to visit the hill stations or the hilly region during summers. Now, let me give you some examples of this hilly area where we are living, where we are staying, like Kalimpong. I'll give you the local example, okay? Kalimpong, Darjeeling, Kurseong, Meerut. So, these are hilly regions. These are hilly areas or regions. So, we see many tourists coming during the summer season. Why do they come? Because of the pleasant weather, because of the cool atmospheric pressure out here, and because of the high altitudes. So, it is located in the higher altitude compared to the plains. Okay. So, which is cooler than the plains, and it is cooler than the plains. So, they visit these places to enjoy the serenity of the hills. Now, for this, I will draw a diagram to show how altitude affects the climate of a place. Okay. Now, see. I'm not so good in drawing, but still I'll try my best. Okay. So, this is the hills, and this is the sea level. Okay. Sea level. These are the sea level. Now, as we go, so say for example, if we start from here, 30 degrees centigrade or Celsius, okay. So, the sea level, it starts from 30 degrees Celsius or centigrade. Now, as we move, as we go higher up, the temperature decreases. Say for example, it comes to 25 degrees centigrade or Celsius. Now, then again, as you go, move higher up, comes to 20 degree. Then again, as you go up, it comes to 15 degree. This is how the temperature decreases, and in the as you move upwards again, so it comes to 10 degrees centigrade. This is how it keeps on decreasing. The temperature decreases and it comes to 0 degree also. Understood? So this is the diagram which shows the effect of the climate of a place. Now, as we go higher, this is what I mean to explain here. Above the sea level, the temperature, this picture shows the temperature decreases. Okay. This is what the picture explains or shows you. So, this is how it affects the climate of a particular place. Now, next we have is the subtopic we have is distance from the sea now. Say for example, the sea level or water takes time to be heated, isn't it? Water, it takes time to get heated and it takes time to cool down also, cool also. So it takes time to be heated as well as it takes time to cool also, isn't it? Now, whereas the land gets heated faster. The land gets heated faster and it cools also. It also cools faster. So that's why the places near the sea or coastal areas have warm winter. So the sea areas, we have warm winter, and the land areas have cold winter. So Mumbai on the Arabian Sea, located or situated on the Arabian Sea, it gets a warm breeze, okay, warmer breeze from the sea. It gets warmer breeze from the sea, and this is called maritime influence. Okay, so what do you mean by maritime influence now? The effect that large ocean bodies have on the climate of locations or regions are called maritime influence. Okay, so this is about the distance from the sea. So the sea water gets time to be heated and it takes time to cool also. Whereas land does not take time. It gets heated very fast and it gets cool very fast. This is what I mean to say. Okay, this is what it is said here. Now the next we have is humidity. What do you mean by humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. Humidity. It is the amount of what? Amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. What kind of thing we have right now? Climatic condition or the weather we have? We have hot and moist climate right now, isn't it? So we feel very hot. Sometimes we feel very cold. So this is all about humidity. Now, in the cold areas or regions, humidity causes snowfall also. So, if the cold areas or the regions, in the cold area or the regions, the humidity causes snowfall also. More clouds are formed when there is more water in the atmosphere. So, more clouds are formed. You see the patches of clouds, and when there is more water in the atmosphere. Now, equatorial region, they get equator now. Equatorial region or 0 degree centigrade. Okay, 0 degree. So equatorial region, it gets maximum amount of heat and it also receive heavy rainfall. Can you say why it is so? They get the maximum heat and they receive the highest rainfall in the equatorial region. Why and how? Because the equatorial region gets what? Gets heated very fast. It gets the most heat, isn't it? Due to overheat, the vapor comes out. And when the water vapor comes out, what happens? It goes and mixes with the cold air. Understood? The water vapor comes out, goes and mixes. When it goes higher up, it goes and mixes with the cold air and it forms a patches of clouds. Okay, it forms a patches of clouds, and these patches of clouds again it comes down in the form of rainfall. Understood? It comes down in the form of rainfall. So, and the area which has low humidity such as deserts does not have cloud. Desert area, you will not see cloud. The weather, the sky is very clear, very sunny. In the sunny weather, the sky is very clear. So, it has intense heat or extreme heat during the day. This is all about the humidity and cloud over. Understood? All about the humidity and cloud over. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in my offline class or in my personal number. Now, the last one we have is wind. The wind, it creates distinctive changes in the temperature. Wind creates distinctive changes in the temperature. Now say hot low winds blowing from dry northwest. Blowing from dry north, suppose this is north, south, east and west. So this is northwest, okay, northwest. This portion is called northwest, this side. This area is called northwest. Okay. Now, northwest, while monsoon winds filled with water brings relief to the parched land. Now, the hot low winds, when it blows from dry northwest of India, they raise temperature. Okay, they raise the temperature. While monsoon winds, which is filled with water, monsoon wind, which has a humidity, which is filled with water, it brings relief to the parched area, or brings relief to the parched land, which means too much heat or no rainfall. Parched means an area where there is too much of heat, there is no water, no rainfall. So, this area gets rainfall during the summer season. Okay, this is the benefit, this is the plus point of that reason. Now, we have learned about this wind also, as well as the humidity and the cloud over. Okay, cloud cover. So, today we had completed the factors that affect the climate of the place, and in the next class we are going to study about the major temperature zones of the earth, which is very important. Okay, so please listen during that time, please listen to me very carefully. Is that clear? That's all.